Hey, what we up to, peeps? So, good evening. We're on Wednesday already. So, wow, where is the time going? Wednesday. So, what have we all been doing? What have I done today? Done my housework. I've done some gardening. I've cooked the children's tea. I've done a bit of business. And that's all from home. I don't know who's watching. Say hi if you're watching. I don't know who's watching. Hi, Bev. Are you okay? So, today, let's just have a chat. Hi, Georgina. So, yesterday I was talking about the business. What an amazing chance, opportunity it is now to join a business. So, I just wanted to touch back on that again. So, obviously, I've mentioned about all the new bonuses. Well, glad you're a bit better then, Beth. So, I've lost sidetrack. Let me just tell you a backstory. Evening, Heidi. Did you know Younique has her own charity? Can I get thumbs up if you knew that, or thumbs down if you don't? So, do you know that they've got their own charity? Yes, no. Do you know? Hi, Samantha. You do. Fab. Brilliant. So the charity is called the Younique Foundation. And I'm just going to post a link below. Hang on. Copy. We're going to put it down here. And I'm going to post it. So, So if you feel free to have a look at this charity. Every time I put an order in, I want to post, hang on. So every time I put an order in or a customer orders from me, I always donate £1 towards the, hi Shannon, towards the foundation. So I'm just trying to post the link here. So we're going to paste it here. So this is the link. It's called the Younique Foundation. The website's www.youniquefoundation.org. So I'm just going to post it here and I'm going to pin the comment. So, you may, for those who don't know what the Younique Foundation do, let me just turn the camera around so you can see the website. So, hang on. Can you see my laptop? So, basically, Younique Foundation, if I go in here and click on there, so this is like the main page. So, it comes up here and it says here, so you got about the Haven Retreat. So click on that and that tells you all about the Haven Retreat. So what it's about and what it's for. Let me just tell you a bit about it for. So, hi Gail, hi Andrea. So this retreat, as you can see here, this is a retreat that is run by the Younique Foundation and it's for women who are survivors of childhood sexual abuse. So, hi Jade. So, women can apply to go to this retreat here. It's no cost to them. All you have to do is pay for your transport there. And they will help you with your healing. So it says here, at the retreat you can participate in varieties of activities to help you heal from the trauma of sexual abuse. So you can include doing it's like hiking, cooking, things like that. So all you have to do is pay for your travel. So they pay for your food, lodgings and everything else. So they pay for all your counselling sessions and everything else. So it says here who's eligible. So it's any woman who's been sexually abused at or before the age of 18 is eligible. Also, participants must be able to safely live in a social environment for 4 days with a group of other survivors and abstain from drugs and alcohol without any withdrawals. So, why am I talking about this? Well, I am actually going to the Haven retreat in October. I'm currently fundraising for my flights out there, and it's gonna be the furthest I've ever flown is to Spain. So to fly to Utah in October is going to be it's going to be a test. It's going to be a test. Now you're thinking, well, why is she going? Well, I'm going because I am a survivor. So this is why I'm fundraising to go over to Hi Lindsay. I've been accepted on the retreat in October. It's October half term. I've been accepted to go. And let's just go into my fundraising page. I have a fundraising page to help me raise the flights because it's going to cost me about £900 for the flights. But I'm already halfway there to total because one kind Black status leader, hi Kay, has kindly donated, her and her team has donated €500 to help me get to the Haven retreat. So I'm not begging for money, I'm not asking for money. I just want to make you aware of this charity and what it does, how it helps women, and is that if you don't want to go to the Haven but you feel you need some support, there's also, hang on, if I turn it back again, so I've turned the laptop, so as you can see, so you click on I'm a survivor, so, and it comes up with all the faces of people who's attended the retreat and that, and it tells you about everything. So Haven retreat, how to apply, and it also got some YouTube videos. It's got about understanding trauma and the brain, and then it's got 5 strategies to reclaim hope. So it gives you awareness, acknowledgement, power through surrender, mindfulness and faith. And then you go further down, you got resources. So you got blogs. So we click on blogs here, and it takes you to this page and all the different blogs and that. So we'll go back there, we'll click back there. Or if you're not a survivor and you're not if we go, well, if you're let's click on resources so you can see what resources there are. So the resources that you can get, obviously you got the Haven retreat, but they got Reclaim Hope workbook, so you can print that off and download it. Supporting Hope cookbooks, 5 strategies to reclaim hope, awareness, strategy 2, acknowledgement, strategy 3, power through surrender, and strategy 4 is mindfulness. So it's all on here. Now it's worth having a look at. It's thing, and you can go to I'm a supporter. So that tells you how you can support, if you know anyone who's been a victim of childhood sexual abuse, how you can support them. Now let me just show this video. Let's turn it up.
I was without a voice for myself. I was broken, lost, and ashamed.
I was in the dark about how big of an issue sexual abuse was.
I was a hurt, angry, insecure girl who felt worthless.
I wasn't aware of how common childhood sexual abuse is.
I was a woman who erased herself.
I was the brother of a survivor, scared and didn't know how to react.
I was aware that childhood sexual abuse was a huge problem in our society, but I had no idea the long-term effects that it has on the survivor.
I am brave. I am a leader in my family.
I am now an active supporter.
I am a wife and a mother.
I am proud to stand tall.
I am a defender and supporter for my family and all survivors.
I am a defender.
I am an advocate for survivors of sexual abuse.
And I am strong.
I will share my story.
I will be an advocate. I will use my voice.
I will be the protector of innocence.
I will continue to be a kind-hearted, understanding mother.
I will be a light and a beacon for others.
I will share my new knowledge with anyone and everyone so that we can put a stop to childhood sexual abuse.
I will be the voice of defense.
And I will be a beacon of hope for survivors of sexual abuse.
So that's just one of the YouTube videos on the website about the supporters. Hi Kerry, hi Bobby Joe, hi everyone who's just joined me. So I'm just showing you the Younique Foundation website. So this is about the supporters resources. We go back into I'm a Survivor. Let's go down. And I'm just going to go. Resources. And then we're going to go down here. Right. So this is the website. So I've posted a link above. So let's just see. We've got, click there. So this is everything, and then obviously you can share on Facebook, Twitter, Pinterest, Instagram, and all that is all there. I go onto here, Rachel. Hi Rachel, and go into YouTube, and then I'm gonna find you a video. So this video is by the Younique so we're just going here. So we're just going on here.
Did I ever feel like I was destined to do anything special, and certainly not to the degree that's happened with
now
me.
this is how or why the
spent most of my life feeling like a nobody from nowhere.
foundation was
Because I came
set
from
up.
a small community, I had to take a really good look at my life and do a lot of soul searching to figure out what I can offer and what I do have to contribute.
I met Shalane at church, of all places. She really allowed me to spread my wings and didn't hold me back. And I fell in love with her and with that. 3 months later, we were engaged. We went to stay with my parents for the summer. And that's when all of my health challenges started, and I found out that I had leukemia. It was just 5.5 months after we got married.
It kind of gives you a perspective of how fragile life really is and how instantly it can be changed.
After only my first round of chemotherapy, there came a patient on
Hi
the floor.
Sunshine, hope you're alright.
Stopped by and I met Greg Johnston. He was a cowboy from Vernal, Utah. We formed a bond really quickly because I was his source of knowledge to know what he was about to go through.
We both like chicken sauce.
details.
But he reacted to the treatments in a completely different way than I did. I started to accept that he wasn't going to make it. He would ask about my faith and what I wanted to do with my life after I was out of the hospital. The last time that I ever saw him, I came back to the hospital for my first checkup, and Greg was back in the ICU. I went into the ICU and I knelt down by his bed. And so I grabbed his hand and I said, Greg, I want you to make it back up to the floor one more time. And he squeezed it back and he said, Derek, it's okay. But he asked me to live for us both and to do something great with my life. I accepted it that day, but I had no idea how I would do that. He passed away soon after that. The thought of needing and wanting to do something great with my life, I think I had convinced myself that I had a long life ahead of me. It just wasn't possible for me right then. I got a job with a company here in Utah. They had a little basketball team, and we would go play every day for our lunch break. I came down, cracked skulls with the guy who I was guarding at the time, and we drove, of all places, to the same hospital where I had had all my treatments just a few years prior. I was in surgery for 5.5 hours. For the reasons that are only known to God, they put me in room 522, which was Greg's room. And I wasn't conscious enough or coherent enough to really know why I was there, but I knew I was back. And in that moment, that's the moment that really changed my life forever, because I had a clear message to me, and it was exactly, Derek, you're right back in the same place, and you're using the same excuses. That moment changed my life. I was driven to no longer use excuses and to no longer think of the need to do something great as so far in the future. I started to change things. I got up at 4:45 in the morning and I worked on a software business that I've been thinking about. I did that for a year and a half. And then in the beginning of 2004, I started my own business. And that was the business that I sold in 2010. And I was thinking about what I wanted to do with my life. And I was driving home one day and I was talking to Shalane about someone who had been sexually abused. And it always troubled me and bothered me that a woman would take guilt on herself for what someone else had done. And I said, Shalane, that's not fair. Somebody should do something about that. And I knew that somebody was me. And that something was to start another company that could be successful enough to fund that cause.
I totally felt the same frustration in her behalf that he did. And the shame and the guilt that affects their life so negatively is such an injustice.
A very detailed thought came into my mind, and it was a retreat that was nestled in the mountains and a place for these women to begin a healing process. That clarity I knew could only come from God, because it had come just that quickly and it came in an instant. And I started to work on those plans right away.
I don't think that we could have even imagined what needed to be done. We were just focused on what we could do, and it has become more than we ever imagined it could be.
We're trying to reach all of them through a message of hope and a message that this is not your fault, and to have a chance for them to reclaim the hope that was lost and perhaps taken from them.
We've had approximately 1,800 women come through the retreat. I see faces every time I hear the number. It's Sarah, and it's Heather, and it's Heidi, and it's Amanda. It's not just numbers for me, it's people.
think when you give someone hope, they can then become the steward of their own healing. But that's the point, is that we simply open the door, help them feel that there is hope. And that's the goal of the retreat. And I think that we are accomplishing that. I'm grateful for all the people that drive Younique and all the presenters out there, because it is through them that we really accomplish the means by which we can support this cause.
I think we're getting there, and I think that the army that we do have now is such a tremendous base. They are such a force for good.
I absolutely feel like the things that have happened over the past few years with the Younique Foundation have been the fulfillment of my promise to Greg. I could die now and see him and feel like I kept that promise.
So there we are. That's how the Younique Foundation was started, why it was started, and how Younique actually came about. So you're thinking it's just a makeup company, it's this, it's that, and everything else. It's not. It's about so much more. Let me just show you one more video before I turn it. I'm just going to show you one more video before I turn it round. So you watch this and then
I was without a voice for myself.
I was broken, lost, and ashamed.
I was in the dark about how big of an issue sexual abuse was.
I was a hurt, angry, insecure girl who felt worthless.
I wasn't aware of how common childhood sexual abuse is.
I was a woman who erased herself.
I was the brother of a survivor, scared and didn't know how to react.
oh no, I've already played that
I
one.
was aware that childhood
I've already
sexual
played
abuse
that
was
one,
a
hang
huge
on.
problem.
We are gonna go there.
As an adult survivor of child sexual abuse, I had a difficult time in sharing my own story. I was probably one of those mothers that was the most concerned about my children and keeping them safe. And I think one of the things that people don't realize is that it can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone's child. Even with the most safeguards that are in place, even becoming educated and understanding it, it still can happen. I truly believe that I've transformed as a person into something amazing and beautiful and valuable. I didn't just survive. I actually took that and made it something wonderful. It can happen, and it's happening in our communities, and that it's an important thing. Just like seatbelts, just like car seats, we need to take this topic seriously, and we need to try to do what we can to become educated. I was a woman who erased herself so that others around me, including my abuser, would feel more comfortable. I am a leader in my family and in my community. I lead by example, and when I choose to heal, I can now help others. I will be a light and a beacon for others.
Right, hey, it's me. So, I've just watched those couple of videos. That's how Younique started and everything else. Hi, Charlotte. That's those who just think that's how I've become. Why I become a Younique presenter. Well, initially it wasn't. Initially I was not aware of the Younique Foundation. But I am now, and I'm there, and I want to help other women who's been victims of childhood sexual abuse, and I want to help women with low self-esteem, no confidence, like I've got no confidence, no self-esteem, or anything like that. You may think, yeah, right, she's on here talking to us live, talking to God knows how many people live, but really, It's a mask. I have like little confidence. With Younique, my confidence is growing. With me doing Younique, my confidence is growing. I'm not ashamed of my past anymore. So I'm not going to hide from my past. People might think, oh, that's a taboo subject, don't talk about it. But I'm not going to hide from my past. It has happened to me. And I'm going to go start my healing or finish my healing, whatever you like, in America, in Utah. Yes, it means I'm going to be away from my children for a week. But if it makes me a better person, a better mum, then I shall do it. And then if it means I can go on to help other women, then I shall. So, to me, Younique is much more than a makeup company. It's a whole lot more. It's everything. It's building my self-confidence up. It's building my self-esteem up. It's making me believe in myself. And you know what? There are women from all walks of life doing Younique. All different backgrounds, everything. So, you think, oh, I wouldn't fit in. I don't look right, or things like that. Don't matter what you look like. Beauty's from the inside, not the outside. So, if you think you can do what I do, taking selfies and whatnot, then please do. Or you want to support this amazing foundation, then please do get on board. Please do inbox me and ask me for more information. You might think, oh my God, why is she telling the whole world her past? But you know what? I will continue to tell. I'm not going to hide from my past anymore. And I'm not going to hide from my past. And if me speaking out, if that helps one more woman, one more person, then so be it. So I'm going to go now because I need a cup of tea. And I will talk to you all again tomorrow. Much love. Bye-bye. Peace out.